On a level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video, another 3 points. Life is good right now, isn't it, Saeed?
Shameless. We have to be shameless, man. Oh my god. Fucking hell, mate. We made hard work of that, man. Bains. Should have been, if that game should have been at least 7-2 in reality. We made it to, like, we know thing is with me, it's like the chances were so simple. They weren't even like, I don't know what you call about XG and all that, yeah, but like, the chances were so like, they were big chances that we missed.
From Ronaldo in front of goal, stung differently today, man. He should have had at least like 2 in my eyes.
Bro, at least 2 minimum.
Yeah,
minimum 2 goals.
The thing is, I said this, Ronaldo actually looked a lot sharper today in terms of his overall play. In front of goal, still crap kind of thing, innit? And that's what you really judge Ronaldo in these days, kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying. In front of goal. I think there was a couple of certain situations where in the first half, his link-up play was a bit dreadful, but I think everything in that first half was dreadful. You know what I mean? In terms of like us playing in front of goal. But yo, man, I thought until that goal, though, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought we were playing some decent football. It was just the chances. Nobody could complain about the performance before that goal. It was just that the chances were just shocking, man. You see what I mean? Like,
listen, man, I don't even know where we should get started. I want to talk about Martinez first, innit? Because that's the first thing I said off here. Martinez,
yeah. I told you, man.
Gravy, and I keep saying this. The more we see teams sit back in the low block, the more you see Martinez is how good he is on the ball. Because today, I know we conceded 2 here, but he was my man in the match.
Oh, was your man in the match? You know what?
Phenomenal performance.
I was going to go with the Rashford cameo because he changed the game. But I think Martinez probably does deserve it because at the end of the day, he was always the one that was trying to play them intricate passes, you know what I mean, and try to open up the game, you know what I mean? And for me, it's a deadly situation. And also, you got to look at Lindelof. If it wasn't for Rashford's touch, that would have been an unbelievable pass. So we have got 2 similar players there. But problem is, though, I'm worried if we play them every game because, you know what I mean? It's like physicality-wise, and not even just that, just the fact that they can maybe have that lack of concentration. You know what I mean? I don't know. I still think they're dodgy. Lindelof's still dodgy. I think every pairing that he probably comes against, there's always a mistake in him. And that's why I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. But yo, man, what can you say, man? Something's not right, man, with Sancho, man. I don't know what's going on. You know what it is here? He plays too much honest football, man. You know what I mean? Honest football. He thinks that other players are going to play on his same wavelength in terms of like pass and move. You're not going to get that, man. You're not. But he doesn't have the explosiveness to beat 3 or 4 players. Even though I don't want that to be part of what we do, at the same time, we do need an element of that to beat a man. But then again, it's just like, I don't know, man. I just think it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good right now. You know what I mean? And also, Malacia doesn't help, though, does he? He doesn't really go on the overlap.
You finally clocked.
But I've said that from day one, though. I've said Malacia is a determined individual. I love the way he plays. I like him. You know what I mean? It's been a breath of fresh air, but he doesn't help him on the overlap, though. And that is part of the game, though. For a fullback, Dalot does it all the time. Why doesn't Malacia do it?
I think it was like 30 minutes in here. I think it was Ty a message in the group chat. And I was like, yo, sure, Rashford need to come on or go on actual. Like, I've literally had enough of that left-hand side. That goal, shambolic. The first goal. Why is Sancho going backwards? There was no need. And then Malacia makes the mistake kind of thing. But if Sancho just initially just be more aggressive when he gets the ball, or even like crosses it in or something,
it's too passive, isn't it?
That goal probably doesn't happen.
It's too passive.
Even before the goal, like, I don't really care about the goal. You make a mistake for the goal, it happened kind of thing, innit? But the rest of his play was just, what are you doing kind of thing?
It's like, it's almost as if it's like, it's very, very, it's too one-dimensional. It's too one-dimensional. That's the problem, man.
Like
Lindelof, but the problem is, though, I think for me, Lindelof, that's where your game is. I'm going to determine your game by that mistake. I'm sorry. I know it's too cutthroat, but excuse me. But that's how it is, Statman, though. He's always suspecting them situations there, and he's so passive on the ball. But with Sancho, I can't lie, man. It's just frustrating, man. I want him to succeed, but At the same time, I still think he needs time with Martial in the team and with Antony. But is he going to get that? Because Rashford off the bench is impacting the game. You know what I mean? So it's dog eat dog.
Rashford deserves to keep his place right now. Like, he came on, made an impact. And this is what I kept saying. Balance in the front three is massive.
Yeah, massive.
That goal don't happen. Rashford's first goal don't happen if Sancho's on the pitch.
Yeah.
He goes back to Eriksen in that situation. Rashford.
Yeah, again, is that a bad thing though? Is that a bad thing, or it's just not the way that I think Man United fans want?
You know why I think it is a bad thing? Because we have Antony on the other side who's not like that direct winger kind of thing. If he was complete, say if we had like a Rashford on the right hand side, then for me it would make sense if Sancho's a bit more passive. But when you have someone like Antony on the other side, and let's be honest, Antony is gonna play because Ten Hag spent big money on him.
Yeah.
It has to be Rashford on the left. And this is what people need to realize. You've seen a low block, we played a low block, but guess what? You still need that threat in behind.
Yep.
And that's what Rashford provided.
Yep. But the thing is, though, we're not going to get that, man. And sure, for me, the idea that people say Luke Shaw comes into this team, I understand that if you're paying on form, you do go into this team. But how quick are people just to write off Malacio? I think it's not a good thing for me. I think Malacio, he needs to. He's a new league, isn't it? He's getting involved in what we're trying to do. It is instruction by Ten Hag, though. He plays it all the time. He's an inverted left back for some reason. But Dalot is more, I would say, he bombs on forward. I don't know what it is. I think this is instruction from the manager. It can't
be honest. You saw Shaw today in that second half. There were a couple of times where Rashford got the ball, bang, Shaw's going. I actually do think like Shaw and Rashford, they normally have a good connection kind of thing, innit? Yeah. I think, like, I'm not hating on Malacia, by the way. Because Malacia for the first couple of games has been doing well, even though there's certain parts of his game that still wanted to do better in terms of going forward. But he's still very, very young, coming into a new league, coming into a new country kind of thing. Which is why I still prefer Shaw to an extent right now. I still think Shaw's slightly better, especially going forward. Obviously, Malacia.
Well, he's more experienced. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it's just a connection that he has with Rashford on the left-hand side, who I think should start. I'll be honest, you see this against Everton, Ten Hag has to make big calls in my eyes. I think Shaw has to start. I think, Rashford has to start on the left. Martial has to start on top if he's fully fit, if Ten Hag thinks he can play.
Bruno needs to be dropped.
That's what Thing said, isn't it? What's the guy's name? Scholes.
Bruno needs to be dropped. I'm sorry. Any fans out there that are Bruno Fernandes fans, I've always been a big Bruno Fernandes fan until probably last year. I started to not really like his game. I just started to see the deficiencies in his game. For me, he's a luxury player who we actually don't need in this side right now. Like, for us to do what he brings to Man United, he's a final third player. But I think we could play better football and score more goals without Bruno Fernandes. And a lot of people might not like it, but I just feel like for me, he keeps rushing everything. He keeps giving the ball away. He keeps trying too hard. And then it sets us back because then our defense is on the back foot. It's as simple as that.
But then the problem becomes, which is what I question if Bruno does get dropped, who else do we play?
Eriksen there, and then you play Fred and Casemiro or McTominay and Casemiro.
I think Ten Hag wants Eriksen deeper because he's still the best on the ball kind of thing. He can progress the ball. Let's be honest, Fred and Casemiro can't do that to the same level as Eriksen.
Fred's good good ball carrier. He's not the best in the world, but he's probably, what I would say one of the better ball progressors in this team. But there's not many. There's not many. I'm probably clutching at straws, okay? But there isn't many. There isn't any. But that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, logically, he just won't play him. That's the problem. Bains he will never ever play a youngster and just throw him in there. It's just one of them situations where it just never will happen. I don't know if the manager's got the not the balls right now to do big decisions, but right now he's gonna make sure he knows what his team's about before he makes absolutely crazy decisions. He's not gonna just do something because the fans want it. That's one thing the manager won't do. Obviously, we can debate it on here on YouTube, but we're just saying right now. Bruno Fernandes, for me, I just don't know. I don't know what he is, man.
The thing is, if there was more viable candidates in the 10 role, then I think it would be a bigger topic. But currently, Donny van de Beek's injured. In my eyes, I think Eriksen's better deeper.
Mm.
We have no one else to. Unless then he wants to try the Sancho 10 experiment, which I doubt.
I know what.
Sancho
He won't do that. He won't do that though.
Exactly.
That midfield there, I wouldn't mind that midfield against Everton.
Casemiro, McTominay, Eriksen.
Because I know Fred's not going to play. He doesn't like Fred, obviously. I don't know what it is. The manager doesn't fancy him. He will pick McTominay because he kept him now. I would put... But then, I don't know if the manager sees McTominay as Casemiro. I think he does.
I think he sees him as like, you can only start one of them.
Yeah. Why though?
Unless you're seeing out a game.
I don't understand why though.
But you know, Scholes came out and said Casemiro played in a three-man midfield at Real. He needs 3 players around him. He said one of Scott McTominay / Fred have to start. That's what Scholes said today.
So there you go then, isn't it? So end of the day, like I said, you know what I mean? I just think for me, you've got to play. I thought Casemiro was quality today. Don't know about you guys, but I thought he was good today. Did you not think he was good today?
I think second half he picked up. First half I was like,
no, but even first half, you not seeing when he was press resistant and then he drive to the ball. And then
but he still did get the ball away a couple of times in the first half.
I thought he was
second half was better.
Second half was better, but then again, the manager took him off for some weird reason.
You never know, he might play on Everton. Said 80 minutes here.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah. I think for me though, Sancho needs a bit of time away. I don't know what he's going to do in that time because he's a sort of player that needs to be playing better. But I just don't know, man. What do you do? Like for me, the situation with United right now is that Martial is the glue. He's up front. We need him up front. We play better. Rashford's on the left. But I just think the manager's got certainly a play and he likes that. You know what I mean? He likes it. Whether he drops Sancho, he hasn't dropped Sancho this season, has he?
Yeah, I know, but this is the first time he's really had options.
Yeah.
Now Martial's fully back. Or like if he can play 90 minutes on Sunday. He hasn't had that option. That's why he's had to play Rashford up top, and he has had to play Sancho.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless he wanted to play Lango, obviously.
Yeah. But then again, we played a weird formation second half. 4-2-4, was it?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Ten Hag kind of knew that. Come on, man. These lot is Omonia kind of thing, isn't it? That we can kind of do what we want.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
But Martial played that role as second striker very well, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And bringing up the pay, he played that well very well. Obviously, we can't do that because most teams in the Premier League play with 3 in midfield. You know what I mean?
The funny thing is, though, like Bruno does isolate the midfield quite a lot anyway.
Too much, man. It's pissing me off, man. It's actually pissing me off. It's becoming almost like a enigma. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not good for the team. And I say that with the utmost respect because he's giving the ball away and we're getting out of shape and we have to stay compact. We have to stay compact, man. And everything that we do is just like, bro, it doesn't mean anything now. It doesn't mean anything because we've just stopped and we've kind of let one in now again. It's not good enough, man. It needs to be solved.
Someone said Antony's nailed on the right. He started every game since he's arrived and left his.
Antony's cooking, you know. I can't lie, man. Antony, if I'm being really honest with you, suits this team more than Sancho at the minute now.
He has better physical attributes. And like, I get on to Antony for not taking his man enough on, but he still does it better than Sancho. He's a bit more aggressive than Sancho. A
bit more aggressive, and also, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's got a bit of trickery and pace to get away from people. He is still quick. I still think that he's a bit rash in certain areas, but I think I like that, though. If you're a bit raw, it will work off more times than not. You know what I mean? For him as well, the fact that he's got a bit of skill, a bit of close control in his feet and whatnot, and the ball dribbling skills are quite good for me. I like that, man. But again, and there's also a direct threat with his shooting. You know that? He's also a direct threat with his shooting.
Yeah, like you saw it a couple of times today. Even like people were saying, "I am Robin-esque kind of thing," isn't it?
Yeah, Robin. I'm telling you, man. Recharge it, man.
I'll be honest though.
Brazilian Robin.
That time he tried passing the ball to Bruno, he should have shot.
Yeah, true.
And then there was also a time where I think Ronaldo passed it to Bruno, and Bruno tried a stupid little ding.
Yeah.
Should have done better in certain situations, kind of thing.
Should have done better.
How do you think Eriksen was today?
Quiet. The second half was a bit better. But the thing is, though, it's so like his form is now coinciding with Bruno Fernandes's form. And I'm sorry to say it, yeah, but he cannot do any. Christian Eriksen, when he plays that ball further forward, Bruno Fernandes is there, and it's like he gives it away. So we're not going to see a second half. How good would we play? I think we played good second half in terms of we kept the ball better.
Yeah, we played better.
Idea transitions were better. Everything flowed a little bit more second half, and that's because Bruno Fernandes wasn't playing, and Eriksen had more of a creative role, could get forward a little bit more. Yeah.
To be honest, man, it's an interesting side right now. Because the thing is there, like Eriksen and Bruno in the same midfield, I question. But Ten Hag needs to play Eriksen deeper.
But does he though? Or is he just
I think he kind of does. But the problem was like someone said it there, Eriksen weren't I do agree with this. I do think Eriksen's passing was slightly off today, especially.
But I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say the team chemistry right now is very, very off in that midfield. We're not building and sustaining attacks, and then also we're so suspect on the break. Everybody knows that though. I'm not trying to make things.
I'll be honest. I think we sustain pressure better with someone like Shaw on the pitch because in my eyes, Shaw's better than Malacia on the ball.
Yeah,
I think that will help if he does that on Sunday.
But Malacia is tied in the ball. I think that's a bit harsh.
No, but I'm just saying, no. I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm just saying Shaw's better.
But
that's my personal opinion.
Shaw's only better because Malacia had a bad game today.
No. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. I think Shaw technically is better than Malacia and is more secure.
You know what it is though? Shaw's intensity is the thing is it's always on and off. So I don't think it's a clear assumption for me to say Shaw should be in the straight.
I think today Shaw had that intensity. Like you saw Rashford got the ball. Shaw's on it today.
But can you rely on that? Can you say to me that you know that we're gonna get 10 good games from Shaw?
Yeah, but then I could say the exact same thing about this entire side though.
No, but you can't say it about Malacia though.
I can.
Malacia's had since the start of the season. Malacia's played every game, to a very good standard. Yes or no?
I think today he went great. I think against.
But today went great. That's all the point. But
I think against Arsenal for 60 minutes he struggled. I think against Southampton going forward he should have done better.
But I think also his resilience to get back. I've seen Shaw in games. The whole game, you only got to look at the Brentford game.
No, I'm not saying that. Like, don't get me wrong. Malacia's intensity off the ball, especially from a defensive point of view, is very, very good in it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I still think Shaw offers more going forward.
I think
in terms of ball progression, ball carrying.
I think Shaw's passive in the back in terms of defending. I think for me, defending wise, I'm choosing Malacia. Again, don't get me wrong. Shaw probably goes in against Everton, mainly because as well, we need to use both fullbacks in it. What's the whole idea of having a squad? We need to use both fullbacks, and also we need to give Malacia a little bit of a rest. He's played every game, so we need to use our fullbacks here and there. So the manager knows what he's doing. Same way with the forwards. Sancho needs a rest now. I think Eriksen needs a rest. If I'm being honest with you,
yeah, I'm surprised he started today. I didn't agree.
Bro, playing a lot of minutes,
played for Denmark as well. I worry because one injury to Eriksen. I don't know what Ten Hag does in the midfield role. Then.
There you go. You see what I mean now? Bro, today was jarring, man. I can't lie. My watch along. I don't know if you see my watch along. I was pissed off today. I was pissed off.
What annoyed you the most?
Because I just feel like this team, when they go 1-0 down, man, they're so brittle, man. Their mentality when they go 1-0 down, Ten Hag needs to sort that ASAP, man. Do you get it?
But we came back though.
I understand that. But a better team, though. Are we not getting beat today? Do you not think they come on, man? They were Omonia. Come on, man. It's one of them teams where
but then you could also flip it in terms of Ronaldo probably should have scored 2. Bruno should have scored 1. Antony should have scored 1.
I get that, but I'm talking about the intensity of the game, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like them chances don't come for another game. They was because they were just so defensively naive at the back.
I'll be honest. I also think the intensity naturally United are just worse in the Europa League because you don't have to try as much in the nicest possible way. Like in the nicest possible way, you don't have to try as much in the Europa League compared to.
Don't get me wrong. On another day, we beat this team. We beat this team 7-0. 7-1, 7-2, whatever you want. But I just think for me, once we want that after that first goal went in, how long was left in that first half? I thought we got rattled, man. We got rattled badly.
So we conceded the first goal in the 34th minute.
Yeah. There was a chance what they had. I don't know if it was a chance, but it looked like Lisandro Martinez had a handball. There was a little bit of a period where I thought, you know what? A better team there and they might get a second. And we looked a bit shaky. But that could be at any... Do you see my point? Is that could be at any stage of the game where we could be 1-0 down on the 60th minute and we could implode. Do you get it? So I just think we're very, very brittle. Our mentality needs to fix up. Statman.
This is also a good point as well. De Gea should have done better for the goal. He should have come off his line.
Which one?
The first goal.
No, Eriksen made a mistake. Eriksen made a mistake, man. Why did he go on that side where Malacia was?
No, but David De Gea still had to come out a bit.
No, I get that. Okay, I get that.
But obviously that goal was like more short. Not short.
Eriksen was wrong, man. Eriksen should not have went on that side. He should have went on the other side of Malacia. So then if he drags it back, he can then get the tackle. But he went on the same side of Malacia.
See, I need to see.
Both got cut back. Hey?
I need to see that Eriksen bit again in it because I'll be honest, I can't really remember now.
All right, let me look at the goal. I'm not going to show you, obviously.
Yeah.
We're going Eurofoot. Is it Eurofoot, isn't it? My guy that shows up.
But I'll be honest, like that goal, that was so preventable. Like I said, Malacia, Sancho have to be doing better.
Arsenal winning 2-0.
Is it?
Yeah. Right, let me look at this goal now here. Right, Omonia 1-0. Okay. So look. Eriksen comes on this side here. Look. There's already 3 people on that side. Look, I don't know why he came on that side. Why? Hey?
Send it to me on Twitter.
Okay, I'm going to send you now.
Someone said that saying these past 2 games, Eriksen's been average. I'll be honest, I said it before. I think Eriksen's season has been very overrated.
Nah, man. I don't think so,
No, I said it though, innit? Like before. Like, when you look at the player ratings when everyone's giving Eriksen man in the match, I wasn't really that impressed kind of thing.
1 second here. Look, have you seen the goal now?
Yeah.
Eriksen he didn't hold his position well. He should have just waited and waited. He went in too much. And then obviously, yeah. But at the same time, man, I just think for me, we've got to be careful in terms of writing certain players. And also, let me ask you a question here. Why are we using Eriksen this much? Why did Eriksen become a player that now people are starting to criticize and whatnot? He was a luxury player. He was a player that, for me, we should be using here and there, not a main team player. He should have been. He was a free transfer, Statman.
But we still knew how important he was going to be to Ten Hag. Like, he's worked with Eriksen before, kind of thing.
That doesn't change the fact that why is a free transfer our main guy? Why is it?
No, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, though. Like, it's a
bad thing because people's expectations be like, oh, well, Christian Eriksen, man, it's not really looking great in it. But what do you think? Is it a bloody is a free transfer? Like, was he a Paul Pogba replacement? No. So when we're over relying on basically Christian Eriksen's,
but that's like saying, for example, Rudiger's a free agent now. Like, do we judge Rudiger less because he's a free agent?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But then also the expectation that we've relied on Christian Eriksen as our creative outlet when he was meant to be the cherry on top for our transfer window, then it doesn't make sense, does it? Though, Statman, he was meant to be a cherry on top, not the main guy who played every single game.
No, but we knew that would have been different if De Jong came. De Jong would have played the Eriksen role, but
that's what I'm saying, though. But even Eriksen, though, I still think we lost Mata, Lingard, and Paul Pogba. We replaced him with one player. Whether you like it or not, Lingard and Mata, we still lost them 2 players. They were still 2 creative players that gave us.
To be fair, though, Ten Hag does like working with like a thinner squad kind of thing.
But there you go, then, innit? That's not on me, innit? That's on him, innit? That's for me. I still can criticize that, but that's not true.
I love saying.
No, but I can criticize something without kind of calling person out. I'm just criticizing the fact that we don't. I don't want people to say that. Oh, You know what I mean? We have to rely on Christian Eriksen. This should have been the case. We should have bought another creative midfielder or someone else in there to help him out. Ease the pressure, ease the workload. Because when Christian Eriksen gets injured now, we have to rely on Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, I know, but like I think Eriksen and Bruno just do two completely different roles in the side, kind of thing, innit?
But can they play together?
I personally think the answer is no, but Ten Hag clearly thinks the answer is yes.
I don't know, man. I think Ten Hag, he knows what he's doing, but I think for me, he has to change it, man. He has to adopt a different style.
I'll be honest though, like I said this, if Nemanja Matic was still in the team or at United, then I think it would be a bit different, you know. Because Nemanja Matic is probably one of the only people that can play deep and pass the ball and progress the ball. No one in that team can do that. Like people have said Donny can do it. Donny can't do that to the same level Eriksen can.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Ten Hag has to be reliant on Eriksen. Because no one in that team could do that. Like if Ten Hag had alternatives that weren't, let's just say Zidane Iqbal, for example, because some people said Zidane Iqbal should be playing instead of Eriksen for these Europa League games, and he actually had like a senior alternative, then you can say you can blame Ten Hag. But I don't think you can really blame Ten Hag, kind of thing.
I'm not blaming Ten Hag, though. I'm not blaming Ten Hag. I'm just blaming the fact that I feel a bit frustrated in it, because I feel like for me, you know, now I'm looking at the options. I'm thinking, right, okay, he doesn't like Fred for some reason. He's waiting for Casemiro to get his fitness. So then that means
there is a reason that you don't like Fred. Fred ain't good enough.
No, but it's a bit fair because you've not judged him correctly, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
for all you think about Fred time.
But think about this here. Where does Fred fit in?
Fred fits in with Casemiro and then Eriksen in the 10.
Yeah, but then you're losing.
Then you've got your City midfielder.
No, but think about the way I look at it. Look, Ten Hag wants Eriksen deeper because he's elite on the ball.
But we're not talking about what Eriksen Ten Hag wants. We're just talking about as a fan point of view, though.
Yeah, no, but that's how Ten Hag has structured his side, though. Ten Hag hasn't structured his side now with a Fred and a Casemiro together. He structured his side with a good ball player in Eriksen.
Do you reckon that's right, though?
He has to be.
No, but I'm saying for your opinion, what do you think that's right for you to play? Because McTominay is not a holding midfielder, but he likes Eriksen deep, so you can only.
But the thing is, fine. If we have a Casemiro Fred there, then we lose that ball progression in midfield.
But who's giving you ball progression anyway? Is it McTominay?
Eriksen.
Yeah, but Eriksen still though he can drop back into that free, and we can play a lot more of a.
But then the 10 area or whatever you want to call it is then vacated as well. Then.
No, it's not vacated. I think you're exaggerating that. I think for me, Eriksen can roam around there. No, but Eriksen can roam around there. He's a creative midfielder. He's done. You watch it for Denmark. Go watch it for Denmark.
International football also looks
and he goes forward. No, but it's still same principle though, isn't it? I think for me, you could do that. I'd rather have that than bloody Bruno Fernandes making our midfield exposed.
No, I hear that, but you also have to look at what Ten Hag is trying to implement into the side.
I understand that. And I'm
patient. In January, let's just say hypothetical, he buys Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah.
You go and buy Yuri Tielemans, then I can hear what you're saying. Play Eriksen a bit further forward. Then it makes sense for Ten Hag structure.
That's what I'm saying. We missed a trick in the summer.
Yeah, like we should have got Tielemans for 20-25.
We should have got Tielemans. We should have got someone, man. And I was saying that at the start. I said we missed out on a midfielder and we missed out on a striker and a right back. Simple. I'm not trying to make excuses, but we did miss out on a trick. The window wasn't done.
I make sure you guys like the video as well. Big up Mont in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. And this is what I prefer Eriksen at the 8. I do agree with this, I don't actually prefer Eriksen further forward.
Yeah.
And someone said you need to progress the ball to the number 10. Fred and Casemiro can't find Eriksen in the pockets. You can't play both. Fred holds bench. Exactly this. We can't play both. Profiles. Like this is what I keep saying. Profiles are so important in football. United currently at this first stage of our rebuild, we don't have similar profiles really in our squad.
Yeah, we don't. I'm not lying to you, man. I'm starting to look at this squad. We don't have similar profiles in this team.
I've always said this. I feel so sorry for Ten Hag and Dalot in a way, in terms of say Dalot has a bad run of foot. It's natural. It happens with players. Yeah. You can't bring in Wan-Bissaka at all because the profiles and what Ten Hag wants Dalot to do, Wan-Bissaka can never do the same thing.
You know what? what's key though that's probably saved Ten Hag a little bit is the fact that Martial's back. We've actually got a glue so that we don't just lose the ball every time we get up front. You see what I mean?
And this is what give Fred a chance. But the thing is, McTominay still holds his position to an extent a lot better than Fred does. Fred's an engager kind of thing, isn't it? You want him bouncing about.
Yeah. Bro,
Changing
I can't
shape
lie.
into 4-3-3 could make Casemiro Fred work. But then that's the next thing, changing shape. Is Ten Hag really going to do that now?
1 second, bro. 1 second. I'm just going to get something.
Calm. Is Ten Hag really going to do that? Oh, of course, like he could kind of thing, innit? But currently, I think the answer is no. I think Ten Hag has found a decent formula kind of thing for what Ten Hag has adapted to after the first 2 games. And I think he's going to stick with it for a bit. Especially now Martial's back. Martial, hopefully Rashford on the left and Antony on the right. Let's see how that works for a couple games now. Sancho's overrated in my opinion. Just no urgency in this game. If I speak on Sancho, people will call it an agenda, man. You know what's funny? I was speaking, like, there was a clip where I said Nicolas Pepe's his first 13 months was better than Sancho's. And someone replied on Twitter saying, oh, Bains is only doing that for Ronaldo to start. Ronaldo and Sancho don't even play the same position. Like, what difference does it make? Like, if I speak on Sancho, I get in trouble though, innit? These lot hate me kind of thing. These lot love coming at me for my Sancho takes. But I'll be honest, man. I hope people are now realizing.
No, you know what is with Sancho? People are just getting on the bandwagon about overrated. Is he the right signing? I still think Sancho will come good, but I think people need to. It might be a 2-year thing. I think for me, everyone's just got to judge at the end of the season. Everyone's just got to just relax and wait to the end of the season, and then we could judge it there. I think right now, let him build his form. Let him find out what's going to happen. I think everyone just relax, man. Why is it such a rush here to judge Bruno and Sancho? Let's just wait to the end of the season. First year, you could call it a write-off, really, because you had 2 different managers where there was no continuity. But this season, let's just wait to the end of the season before we fully judge him. The season's not finished yet.
No,
so we've got a manager now who will get the best out of him. I'm hoping.
But the thing is, like you say, you see this at the end of the season. What Sancho is doing now, like what's really going to change at the end of the season if we continue playing the same football? Nothing. Sancho's still going to look like this kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I think you know what it is. Yeah, I think for me, either side. By the way, I just think he's right now. He's struggling. He's struggling for form. He's struggling to. You know what it is as well. He's struggling to build form as well. That's the thing. It's stop-start with Sancho. You think he's having a good game. You think the confidence is there, and also he doesn't excel in a big game. He kind of like does things well in a sense. He like you know what I mean. Like he doesn't like if we're playing a very very good game. He won't be the man of the match or whatever. He'll be one of the better players. And that's the thing, though. How can you fully judge him? A lot of people want to judge him fully on GA, this and that, and whatnot.
No, I'll be honest, I don't even care about the numbers for that Sancho kind of thing. And I'm just judging him on his performances kind of thing. And let's be honest, his performances, like someone said it before, he plays in one gear. How can you do it as a winger?
Do you not think, though, that... With Martial back now, we should give him a chance.
No, he will get a chance, but then where though? Because you don't deserve to start over Rashford. And you still need that goal scoring winger. And let's be honest, like people keep saying, "Oh, let's give Sancho a chance." Rashford and Martial link up the best in our entire squad. No one links up better than them two.
Nah, I think
it's just a reality kind of thing.
It is a reality. It is a reality, but at the same time, though, why are we complaining that Sancho's on the bench? Like we've got firepower in it. Then I don't understand.
I'm not complaining, kind of thing, innit?
I get people that want to back Sancho and they might think, you know what, Sancho is better than Rashford, but at the same time, I look at it more that fact that we got a bit of strength in depth. Like, you know what? Let's see what Rashford does. If he's not on form, then you bring on Sancho. Sancho comes off the bench, has a few cameos, starts playing well. We then do that. So at the end of the day, I think this is good for United. The fact that we can have players off form and we can have players on the bench to come on. Having Ronaldo off the bench for me sounds a lot better. Having Martial starting You know what I mean? You got options, man. I think for me, I think right now, at the same time, as much as we're worried about Sancho's form, we have to we have to analyze. I think you know what, it could be a good thing as well, because then that means we've got strength on the depth in Rashford. So I don't know, man. I just think for me, I'm tired of this conversation with Sancho in it. Like, just give him time, man. Wait till the end of the season before we.
But
Can
I'll be honest, I don't think people are having this conversation with Sancho though.
What do you mean?
Sancho's one of the most protected players in his fan base.
Is he though?
Come on.
Is he though? No, he's serious though.
Look at last year, for example, yeah? Forget that little Sancho troops meme kind of thing, yeah? But in the United fan base, we all gave Sancho the benefit of the doubt.
And rightly so, yes.
Yeah. Sancho's still my second favourite player at the club kind of thing. But he has to be doing more.
You need to stop saying that as well, by the way, just to make you feel better. Just say he's not your second best player in the thing.
He's my second favourite player.
Everywhere, on podcasts and everywhere.
No, but he is my second favourite player though, isn't it?
No, he's not. Who's your first?
Ronaldo.
Who's your second?
Sancho.
No, it's not Sancho.
I love Jadon Sancho, man. Let's not do that.
No, but just say it's someone else and just say
it's Sancho, and then is Rashford, and then is Martinez. You happy?
Nah, I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure?
But okay. The idea that Sancho right now needs to be dropped. Is everyone agreeing with that one? That Sancho needs to be dropped?
Look, Sancho's even one of my wallpapers.
One of your wallpapers?
Yeah, because it can change, innit?
From last season, yeah.
No. Yeah, I know, but it's still this
Where's this season one? Where's this season one though?
No, but this I like this one better kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, but you need to watch his phone as well.
I know. And this is what I got a Varane on. The Varane one looks nice. Where's it going?
Yeah.
See?
I don't know, man. What I don't know what we do, man. But at the same time, you know what I mean? What would your team against Everton? Just give me your team against Everton.
Yeah. Dallo. I'm guessing. I think it'll be the same. I think Martinez and Lindelof will play because I don't think Varane's back. I'll go Shaw left back.
Yeah.
I'll go Casemiro. I think he deserves another game. I'll go with Eriksen. I would go with Antony. I would go with Bruno, Rashford, Martial. What would you go with?
I'd go with the same back five. I'd go with.
So wait,
Casemiro.
so you go Malacia?
Hey,
you go Malacia?
Yeah, sure. I'd give Malacia some rest anyway. I would have given him some rest. I'm gonna go with Fred, Casemiro, and Eriksen in the 10. Rashford, Martial, Antony. So I drop Bruno. I'll have 2 sitting midfielders. Let Eriksen stay further forward, and then boom. At least then we've got protection and cover.
Yeah, so you said Fred, didn't it?
Fred and think, especially you don't realize, man. Onana, Gay, and Iwobi. There's a lot of pace and power in there. We need combating midfielders. Are you having thingy? Bruno Fernandes playing that game when he loses the ball and then they go up the field? They got they've got a lot of ball carriers. Gordon, Damari Gray, Iwobi, even this Onana, a lot of ball carriers at Everton.
The more I think about it, Ten Hag needs to start giving Zidane eventually a chance. You know,
I'm telling you, man.
He has to do it now.
I've been saying it, man.
About it, like he's the only one that I can think that's close to Eriksen in the deeper roles to an extent in terms of his ball progression.
I've been saying it though, but people laugh at me. People have been laughing at me when I keep saying it all the time. We need it.
Because he can carry the ball to a decent level. No one else can really do that.
Yep.
Unless he's going to like Kobe Mainoo. Well, that's not really going to happen.
Kobe Mainoo's never going to play, man. You know what I mean? It's just one of those situations where he's not going to play. I mean, I wanted to play, but it ain't going to happen, man.
No, but he's probably a bit more long-term. Like we're seeing Zidane by like pre-season, for example. He's definitely closer to the first team setup.
Yeah.
I think he was on the bench today as well, wasn't it?
Who?
Zidane.
Yeah, he was on the bench today, man. I was surprised he didn't play, but I think the manager must have a plan, innit? Must have a plan for him. But it's pissing me off, man. I can't lie. This whole idea that, you know, certain players are getting opportunities, certain players are getting this and that. It's jarring, man. It's jarring. Can't
No, but
lie.
I'll be honest. I think one of the main things here is like your competition in places. Like for example,
Yeah,
Shaw Malacia, you got two comfortable. Like you got left backs that can compete. Sancho Rashford, you got players that can compete. With
yeah,
Bruno in that 10 role, unless then you're moving Eriksen from the deep role to the 10, you have no one. Unless Donny
yeah,
van de Beek sorts himself out.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, yeah. But again, Donny van de Beek, was he injured or what? What's going on with
Yeah,
him?
he's injured 10 I said.
Yeah, obviously 10. What's it
I don't
called?
even think he's trained. Like
We
he's
need, we
just
need,
injured.
we should have kept Ethan Laird, man, and then loaned out one Misaka.
His contract finished at the end of the season as well.
Yeah, I mean he's doing well at QPR now as well.
Mm.
So Mr. Trick on that one. At least we
And
could have
someone
had
said the
similar
Savage can
players.
get a chance. He looks good. To be fair, yeah, this one actually surprised me because I actually don't rate Charlie Savage that highly, but in pre-season he did look alright. To be fair, like he was never one of those youngsters where I'm like, yeah, you can be in the first team setup.
Alien telling us Sancho couldn't go past the granny. Wow, that's mad.
Question: do you think Eric Ten Hag's favourites?
Yeah, bro. I can't lie. It's one of them. He has favourites for the Sancho, rightly so. Eriksen, rightly so.
Antony is a favourite
Antony,
definitely.
yeah. Martial is his favourite, I think, because he likes
Mm,
the way what he does. And then McTominay as well, I think.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think he's his favourite. I think he just genuinely playing McTominay
Nah,
because he's
man,
been playing
bro.
well.
Did you not see his quotes after the game?
Yeah, no, but this is what I said. Like he's been playing well though, so
No,
you
but he's been
can't.
playing well. But then also he's then in that process become a favorite in terms of like, you know what? And this is not no dig at McTominay. I'm just saying like you become a favorite because then the manager trusts you. It's just one of them situations, isn't it?
Mm,
You know what I mean? So, but I just think for me it's a bit thingy, man. It's a bit tricky.
mm. Credit to Martial though. Today he did look very, very good in those little pockets of space.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
yeah,
The last two games that he's come on, very impressive.
yeah,
And it was the goal that he scored against City. I think it was the first one, the header. That's the goal. That's been my favorite Martial goal so far.
yeah.
Because we all know Martial can score those nice, pretty goals here. It's those ugly goals. And he got that the other day against City.
You got that the other day, yeah,
Very, very impressive. And his link up with Rashford was good as well when he came on.
yeah,
We need to
bro. I
drop.
can't lie, man. It's one of them, man. We need to drop Bruno Eriksen on Saturday. I need you to bench. Need you on the bench. The thing is, though, we don't have options, man. Who's going to be our creative player then?
Exactly. Now you're finally getting it. If we had options, then I can understand the 10 got criticism in terms of him not benching people.
No. I'm talking about the Eriksen one's baffled me. I get the other two, but the Eriksen one, you can't. And this is where my frustration is the fact that we then now are so over-reliant on flipping Eriksen. And that should never been the case. I didn't know Eriksen was going to play this amount of games, I'll be honest with you. Did you know that?
I'll be honest. As soon as he went deeper, yeah, it was obvious.
Oh, Martial, some quotes from Ten Hag. He says here, we already seen Martial's importance in pre-season. It was a big disappointment for the team. And for me, when he got injured against Atletico Madrid, we missed him in the first couple of weeks, and it's also had an effect on our team performance. I told you, man. Martial's been a big, big miss. As much as what people say about him, he's been a big, big miss.
Like this year, Bains has been critical over Martial, but gives him credit when he plays well balanced. I think this is what people don't realize. Like this is where Martial. Like I think I tweeted something where it was like Rashford and Martial and like that emoji that gasses him kind of thing, innit? Or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
of
the
course,
one with the I can't remember what emoji, like what you call it, kind of thing, innit? And people are like, oh, you hate Martial. How dare you celebrate? Like, do these people want me to never celebrate a Martial goal when he plays well? Now, I don't think people realize Martial was playing bad for 2 to 3 years before this, or 2 years minimum. That's why you're critical of it. He's also never been fit, which he's had the same problem with this year. in terms of reliability so far, you criticize it. Like people
But the thing
literally
is,
want to
though,
just say on Martial just because he's one of their favorites.
mm,
It's the same
yeah,
thing
yeah,
like this. Unfortunately, you go Ronaldo missing no open goal. That was crap from Ronaldo. Ronaldo in front of goal this season has been
How
shocking.
many big chances did you have you got a stat? How many big chances did you miss today?
And I think it was only one, you know.
What, the one with the post?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
What about
one of them, for example, like you saw it with you know the one that Rashford tried putting across?
yeah.
It's like Ronaldo didn't touch it, did he? Rashford just made a crap pass. Rashford should have just taken a shot by the
Ah, no.
Like he was stupid.
The first half, yeah, was that a drag back or was that a shot?
It was a drag back. I think that was a drag back. That was a very good opportunity created there. Someone
Yeah.
has to
Why was
be.
no one in the box? Again, Sancho, they're not quick enough to arrive in late in the box.
Hey, listen,
Bruno
Denise Sterling there, man.
brain. Hey,
Denise Sterling there. No one has that instinct in that seat outside there. That in that
9
first
shots
45 minutes, yeah.
for Ronaldo. 9 shots. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, man. Everyone's in the same anyway theme that the front three. Let me know what's everyone's front three in the chat. Let us know in the chat. I think it's going to be unanimous, you know. Yeah, I think it's going to be unanimous. I'd be shocked if people have different opinions on it. For me, it's got to be the front three of Rashford, Martial, and Antony.
Fam, I remember I made a TikTok on that, you know, saying Sancho needs to get dropped a couple of weeks ago. I was getting cooked.
And
now
that's something. Yeah. But what did you say about him the other day, though, on the podcast?
I said Pepe's first 13 to 40 months were better than Sancho's.
Why are you comparing Pepe to?
No, but I was talking about how Sancho is protected and stuff, innit? And I was like, if we're keeping it completely real, Pepe's first 13 to 40 months were better than Sancho's. I don't think people can kind of complain with that. That's not an outrageous statement.
Yeah. But I still think Sancho needs time with Martial, though. So, at the same time...
He will get his time kind of thing, innit? But
you just said he won't get his time because he'll be out of the team.
No, he
so
will be out of the team. But
that is an unfair thing. It's one of them that... It's unfair in the sense of it's tough luck in it, basically, innit? You haven't built up the form to play with Martial. That's it.
Yeah, I know, but let's be honest, he don't deserve it. He will eventually get his chance, then he has to take it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Rashford, Martial, Antony, Martial, Rashford, and then flip a coin. Yeah, to be honest, this ain't bad either. Just flip a coin for the rest. Antony, Ronaldo, Rashford.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't start Ronaldo against Everton. If Martial's fully fit and Ten Hag can see that he can play 60, Martial's record against Everton is very good.
I feel like I don't want to jinx it, yeah, but I just feel like we'll get some sort of news after bloody Newcastle that Martial has limped off and what. It's just it feels like it's just always inevitable, man, and it's scary, man, to think. But you know what I mean? And I hope he stays fit. I pray to God he stays fit, honestly. But it just always feels like it's around the corner. It's sad, man. It's sad.
And this is what, yeah, with the Pepe Sancho thing, like people, what do you call it? The reply was always like Sancho's like kind of misprofiled at United kind of thing. Like we don't know how to use Sancho properly.
Yeah.
But you could argue the same thing for Nicolas Pepe at Arsenal. Like Pepe's an inside forward really kind of thing, isn't it? And you can't play that kind of thing right now. For example.
You can't. It's true. Yeah, you're right, man.
But Pepe still had better numbers than I think Sancho at this stage after first 13 to 40 months.
We just almost have to forget about this game, man. I know it sounds mad, yeah, but I just have to forget about this game, man. I just forget every weapon because we have to click out of these bad performances, man, quickly. And the fans base will have PTSD. This is one thing that the fans don't trust the players, man. You know that?
Yeah.
I think Ten Hag is the only reason why the fans are still united in a sense. Do you know that? Like, that's the reason. I'll be honest with you. The players don't give you full confidence. It's the manager that does that.
But I'll be honest, though. You know one thing I do praise? Like, don't get me wrong. First half, the combinations were good kind of thing, innit? That also does come down to Ten Hag's coaching in the final third. But then, where I do praise Ten Hag made those subs in first, like 45 minutes. Because I tweeted, I think, after like the first half ended, I'm like, yo, like Sancho, Malacia have to come off. And Ten Hag did exactly that, which is why I was like, you know what? Fair play to Ten Hag with the subs. The subs were very good from Ten Hag today.
Yeah.
You have to give him credit on that.
Subs are good. Subs are good. I thought he brought up Bruno at the right time. He brought on obviously Martial at the right time, Rashford at the right time. Made subs just early, but it just shows you how pissed off he was, man. You know what I mean? The fact that Ten Hag is making the substitutions based on the fact that he knows players have had bad games. That's good, man. That is very, very good. If he didn't, then it would be a worry, regardless of what manager it is.
Remember, Oli used to do the same thing where no matter how bad Rashford played, he always used to take off Greenwood.
Yeah, Greenwood, all the time.
He was younger kind of thing, innit?
And bring on Cavani.
Yeah. Every single time, no matter how the team was playing kind of thing, which is why fair play to Eric Ten Hag kind of thing. Like, he's even taken Ronaldo, for example, in a couple games.
Yeah, but today you have to keep him. I think that was a bit of a weird one, that one.
No, but I'll be honest, like, Ronaldo's overall play was better today.
Yeah. There were some wild shouts, though, man. There were some wild shouts on Twitter, though. Mad. I was flicking through them, like people saying Ronaldo's had an unbelievable game or Ronaldo was amazing. I think he was
but
he had a good performance, but he didn't like amaze me.
No, but you see, like I said, Twitter just goes to the extreme with everything. Like, I was even seeing like I saw Johnny's tweet in the first half, for example. Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say?
Let me get it up.
Oh god, Johnny's a madman.
Wait, because I think Hard replied to it, kind of thing, innit? And Hard was actually spot on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let me find it.
Yeah. I just thought Ronaldo needed support around him. And he got that in the second half. But obviously, they were trying to force the ball into him. Innit?
So, this was after the first half here. Johnny tweeted, Ronaldo stinks, man. And in the first half, let's be honest, he was one of our better players.
He didn't have any service. It's true.
But in the first half, he was one of our better players. I thought Ronaldo and Antony were the two best players.
I thought Casemiro and Antony were the better two players.
I thought Casemiro had a good second half. I don't think he had a brilliant first half.
Okay, go on then.
Yeah, that was just my opinion, kind of thing, innit? But that's what I'm saying. Like Ronaldo, like that's Twitter for you. Like people just go to the extreme for everything.
Yo, that's a good point there. Simply balling. Malacia will revive Shaw's career. You know what? The show is based on people like having bad spells and then him coming back in his that shows career for you there, right there, you know.
Okay, then flip it the other way. Why can't the other left back perform consistently either then?
Because you know why? Because every single the fan base is fickle, that's why. Because the fan base are so they don't want change. Same thing with Sancho now at the minute. They don't want change.
Now, I'll be honest, I think people are finally starting to realize the Sancho thing. Like, I was on Twitter today.
I think for me, with Malacia, it's a case of him building form, and then he would like at Feyenoord, this guy was attacking like a winger. So you're trying to say that's gone?
No, I'm not saying he's gone, but I'm just saying we haven't seen it. Like that's
it's not going to happen overnight, is it?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if Shaw's doing it, which he did in the second half when he came on, why not let's give him a game? Like, we don't have to play Malacia every single game. He's a 12, 30 million, 40 million signing.
Yeah.
It was a smart business, and he's still young. He can rotate with Shaw. Like, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, though.
I'll be honest, I liked Antony in the first half, like the couple of times he did get the ball. Like, he was trying to, for example, cut inside and just try to do something, be positive. And even in the first half, there's a point where he had 3 people down the right-hand side kind of thing, innit? He couldn't really explode away from anyone, but he beat them with like his skill and trickery kind of thing, innit? And then he got clattered.
Bro, it's one of those situations where people need to realize that over 7 years of Luke Shaw's performances, they will come back again, and then it'll be back to bring Malacia back in. Luke Shaw's intensity is not great, and we need better intensity. I'd rather have Malacia's overall game than Luke Shaw, if I'm being honest with you. Right now.
I think you have to choose it for certain games. I think it depends what you want, kind of thing, innit?
8 years. 8 years. Let me remind you that stat, man. 8 years he's been at this football club.
Yeah, no, but you see this. I said this. Like, I get it's been 8 years now, kind of thing, innit? But he's still at the club right now. So you have to judge what Ten Hag has right now in terms of the players available. And with the players he has available, Shaw should still be starting for some games, in my personal opinion. And
Okay.
Malacia some other games.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's not like we can sell Luke Shaw today on the 6th of October because the transfer window's not open and we can't buy him. He's an option. You have to play in certain games.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Give me Shaw's ability and Malassi's energy. But this is it. I think Malassi's ability, though, is still there, man.
Yeah.
He can play the inverted forward role, inverted left back role better than Luke Shaw. He's better on the ball, I think. I think he's better intensity than Luke Shaw. Defending, I think he's better than Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw is the better of him, attacking wise. But since when was that a game of a left back in its entirety? Like, I get it, it's a part of the game, but it's not like a left back first. I want to see him being a left back first.
Yeah, but I can't going forward, he's starting to become more important kind of thing.
Yeah, I get it. But, let's not overstate it. Let's not be like, you know what? You know what I mean? Malacia hasn't gone forward and whatnot. He has gone forward. But we'll see.
Yeah, this I've always said is Luke Shaw's one of our most technically gifted players in that squad. You can never doubt that kind of thing, innit? Very, very technically secure.
Technique hype, man. Technical hype, mate. I'm telling you.
What do you mean technical hype?
You know why? It's because I'm it's like 8 years, people. It's 8 years. I'm tired of this, it's 8 years.
Okay, that's that saying.
Luke Shaw shouldn't be out the team after 8 years.
Yeah, but then
is that not right though? After 8 years, should you be out the team?
No, but that's a lot of United players. Like, you could literally throw that argument at every single one. You can do the same thing for Martial.
No, but Martial's.
Martial hasn't been as bad as Shaw over the time yet, but he's still. Let's be honest. If he was another big club, Martial's not here. Rashford's not here.
But the thing is, though, when
for example,
Martial, though, there's been managers that have not favoured him. Luke Shaw, every manager's favoured him. Yes or no?
No, but he's been favoured because he's also been playing well at times as well.
You apart from that 1 year period when and the Van Gaal era, when he's been playing well.
Yeah, but then who else have we had?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say to you. So therefore, he should have been playing left back every single year. But Brandon Williams has took his spot. Tellers has took his spot. Ashley Young has took his spot. Even Damian sometimes at left back has took his spot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Luke Shaw is like the best fullback in the world kind of thing. But for what we have in our squad right now, you can only judge him by right now.
I can do it the other way as well. I can judge him by the 8 years.
Yeah, but then what's the point of judging? It's like me, yeah. What's the point of judging Martial for what he did last year? Like, there's
I understand that.
Because Ten Hag has given everyone a free slate. We're judging on right now, kind of thing.
No, but my point is, people need to relax on the situation with Malacia. Like, a lot of people just think he's not great, and let's get Shaw back in. I get certain games, but not. People. What I've seen on timeline and just in general, people want Shaw now as the fullback now. I'd be like, no, I'm tired of Malacia now. It's a fan with a fickle, I think.
No, but you see that. That's people just being reactionary with one game kind of thing, isn't it? I've been saying I think Shaw will eventually get back to the side and be playing certain games for the last couple.
Will he be first choice for you?
No, but I'm just saying if Shaw plays well.
If you had to pick a left back, who would you pick first choice?
If I had to pick a left back, at the best.
Honest, there's no right around.
Yeah, at the best Shaw.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and also, I'm saying that leopards don't change their spots. Yeah, exactly. In the tunnel, I just think for me. Just you know what I mean? Like, Malacia's had one really, really bad moment. Please don't let that undermine or kind of, it devalues his good. For me, it's been a very, very good season for Malacia so far.
Yeah,
especially guys come from a different league. So, and I'm tired of, again, the next, we're having this Luke Shaw debate again. I'm like, well, I told you so, innit? I did tell you guys that. You keep saying he's back and all this and that, and, he does it all the time. He plays when he wants. Luke Shaw plays when he wants and when he feels like it, not when he's meant to. And that's the problem with Luke Shaw. Mentality-wise, it's not great, man.
And someone said that people playing Malacia new to the league and also young and learning. Yeah, that's what I said. Like Malacia, you can use those exact same reasons saying Malacia don't have to play every single game. He's still young. It's fine if Malacia don't play every single game. He's 22/23 coming into a new country. It's understandable kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But let's see going forward kind of thing. I'll be honest, I can't wait for Sunday. I cannot wait for Sunday. I've been saying it for the last couple of days now. Everton's a completely different test to what we used to. Let's see what Ten Hag does now after the City game. And there's been a couple of decent performances today, some not. He has to change something. Let's see what he does, innit?
Let's see.
But anyway, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
No, man. Just make sure you like the video, people. And yeah, we'll be back on Saturday on my channel for the debate show. What should we debate? Luke Shaw versus Malacia. Who should be front three? That's what we're gonna do.
You could literally just do who's our best 11.
Okay, who's our best 11? Okay.
Because I'll be honest, it's a discussion right now, kind of thing, isn't it?
All right, then, cool. Yeah, Saturday then, people. Is anyone playing at 5:30 on Saturday?
Bayern.
I will do it 7:30 Saturday.
And I think Tottenham will play.
Yeah, Brighton versus Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham, Brighton, yeah.
All right, then we'll do 7:30 then Saturday, people. I'm back tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Man Talk, live.
Calm. Make sure you guys subscribe to Saeed, subscribe to me, like the video, follow the TikTok link is in the description, and we'll be back soon.